Hi, this is Uplatz tutor. Now I am going to discuss interview questions and answers on SAP HANA. Now we are going to the question. Now we continue with this question. What are the different types of measures in the modeling view? Answer. There are three types of measures in HANA. Simple measure. Simple measure is a measurable analytical element that is delivered from the data foundation. Calculated measure. Calculated measures are created using some calculation on top of existing measures or attributes. Next, private measures. Private measures are measures used inside the modeling views and cannot be used outside the view. Next question. Next, what is the difference between variable and input parameter in HANA? Variables are bound to columns and are used for filtering using where clauses. As such, they can only contain the values available in the columns they relate to. Variables do not impact the execution. HANA input parameters used to manipulate the execution based on user inputs. Next question. Mention what is the role of the persistence layer in SAP HANA. SAP HANA has an in-memory computing engine and accesses the data straight away without any backup. To avoid the risk of losing data in case of hardware failure or power cutoff, the persistence layer comes as a savior and stores all the data in the hardware, which is not volatile. Next question. Mention what is Modeling Studio. Modeling Studio in HANA performs multiple tasks like declares which tables are stored in HANA. The first part is to get the metadata and then schedule data replication jobs. Next question. What is difference between raw data, distinct values, and analysis while doing the data preview? First of all, we explain raw data. It displays all the attributes along with the data in tabular format. Next, we discuss distinct values. It displays all the attributes along with the data in graphical format. Next, analysis is it displays all attributes and measures in graphical format. Next question. How does SAP HANA support massively parallel processing? With the availability of multi-core CPUs, higher CPU execution speeds can be achieved. Also, HANA column-based storage makes it easy to execute operations in parallel using multiple processor cores. In a column, stored data is already vertically partitioned. This means that operations on different columns can easily be processed in parallel. If multiple columns need to be searched or aggregated, each of these operations can be continuation assigned to a different processor core. In addition, operations on one column can be parallelized by partitioning the column into multiple sections that can be processed by different processor cores. With the SAP HANA database, queries can be executed rapidly and in parallel. Next question. What are the different types of input parameters supported? The following types of input parameters are currency. Use this during currency conversion where the end user should specify a source or target currency. Date. Use this to retrieve the date from the end user using a calendar type input box. Static list. Use this when the end user should have a set list of values to choose from. Next, attribute value. When an input variable has this type, it serves the same purpose as a normal variable. None. If none of the above applies, you do not have to specify an input variable type. The type can be left blank. Next question. List the different compression techniques in HANA. Run length encoding, cluster encoding, dictionary encoding. Next question. What happens when you activate an object in HANA? When we activate an object, it becomes available for reporting and analysis. After successful activation of a view, a runtime object is created in _SYS _BIC schema. Next question. What is the difference between activate and redeploy? First, we explain activate. Activate means deploys the inactive objects. Redeploy means deploys the active objects in one of the following scenarios. So these are the various scenarios I am telling you. If your runtime object gets corrupted or deleted, and you want to create it again. Next scenario is in case of runtime problems during object activation and the object status is still active. Next question. How do we control row level access in HANA? Analytic privilege can be used to maintain row level access. It is used to grant different users access to different partitions of data in the same view depending on their business role. Next question. What is SAP Collections Insight? SAP Collections Insight powered by SAP HANA allows you access to real-time mobile collaboration and collections accounts information anywhere and anytime, allowing you to resolve collections issues, better manage your collections efforts, tighten business relationships, and get paid faster. Next question. What are the benefits of having a collections management solution powered by SAP HANA? SAP HANA is able to bring massive amounts of detailed data from source systems directly into memory, where translation, mapping, and synchronization can be done in real time. Without the need for pre-aggregations and data duplication, this allows users to plan rapidly and iteratively using their complete detail level data, spending less time collecting and assembling data and more time making the critical decisions that drive their business. Next question. What are the different user parameters that can be defined in the semantic layer? Measure and attributes, hierarchies, parameters and variables, new calculated column. Next question. What is the hierarchy? What are the types of hierarchy supported in HANA? Hierarchies are used to structure and define the relationships among attributes in a modeling view. Organizations define hierarchies for information classification, allowing roll-up and drill-down analysis. For example, a sales organization might allocate a salesperson to a country and a country to and a country to a region. Sales data can then be aggregated and analyzed by region, country, or salesperson. There are two types of hierarchies. Level hierarchies are hierarchies that are rigid in nature, where the root and child nodes can be accessed only in the defined order. For example, organizational structures and so on. Parent and child hierarchies are value hierarchies, that is, hierarchies derived from the value of a node. For example, a bill of material contains assembly and part hierarchies, and an employee master record contains employee and manager data. The hierarchy can be explored based on selected parents. There are also cases where the child can be parents. Explain the column and row store in HANA. HANA supports both types of data store in the database. Row store is used when you need to use select statement and no aggregations are performed. Column store is used to perform aggregations, and HANA modeling is supported only on column-based tables. Next question. What's the purpose of generating time data? I will explain this. Generate the time data option under quick launch helps the user to generate the time data, so it can be used for the creation of time-based attributes. When you click generate time data, you will be provided with two options. Gregorian, mainly the data will be generated based on from to years along with the granularity mentioned. Next, fiscal. In this case, the time data will be generated based on the variants defined. Standard tables T0050, T0050, T009, and T009B in SAP HANA are required if you go for fiscal type. Next question. What is the difference between copy and derived from option while creating a new SAP HANA attribute information view? Copy option allows you to copy an existing information view and to make changes to it. The derived option allows you to create a copy of an existing view and you can't make any changes to it. Next question. Which companies are providing SAP HANA hardware appliances? There are some companies which are providing this. I will mention them. So there are total 11 vendors are there, but most common among are not countries. These are the vendors I should talk. Dell, IBM, HP, Cisco, and Lenovo, and many more vendors also are there. Next question. What is the use of SAP HANA Studio? HANA Studio is an Eclipse-based tool and provides support for development and administration in the HANA system. You can perform HANA modeling on the top of the tables in the database, data provisioning, HANA administration, and various other activities using HANA Studio. Next question. What do you understand by SAP HANA in-memory computing engine, IMCE? In-memory concept of SAP HANA means that all data is stored in RAM memory. A conventional database transfer data from memory in 5 milliseconds. However, SAP HANA in-memory takes 5 nanoseconds to read data. Continuation. SAP HANA uses multi-core CPU architecture and stores data in row and column-based storage in the HANA database. Next question. List advantages of using SAP HANA database. With the HANA technology, you can create generation next applications, giving effective and efficient results in the digital economy. By using single data in memory, SAP HANA supports smooth transaction process and fault-tolerant analytics, easy and simple operations using an open source unified platform in the cloud, high-level data integration, To access massive amounts of data, advanced tools for in-depth analysis of the present, past, and the future. Next question. What are the different components in SAP HANA architecture? What is the use of index server? So there are first different components are there. I will list the different components. Then we will go to understand the usage of the index server. So what are the components means index server, name server, statistical server, preprocessor server, access engine, SAP host agent, LM structure, SAP Solution Manager Diagnostic Agent Index Server contains engine to process data in HANA database. These data engines are responsible to handle all SQL or MDX statement in HANA system. Index server also contains session and transaction manager, which is responsible to manage all running and completed transactions. What is the use of persistence layer in SAP HANA system? Persistence layer provides an inbuilt mechanism for the disaster recovery in the HANA system. It ensures that database is restored to most recent state in case of system failure. Persistence layer also manages data transaction and configuration logs and backup of these files. Backups of data and log files are performed at save points and is normally scheduled every 5 to 10 minutes. Next question. List the merits and demerits of using row-based tables. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of row-based tables? No data approach can be faster than row-based if we want to analyze, process, and retrieve. One record at one time. Row-based tables are useful when there is a specific demand for accessing the complete records. It is preferred when the table consists of less number of rows. This data storage and processing approach are easier and effective without any aggregations and fast searching. Now we discuss about demerits. The data retrieval and processing operations involve the complete row, even though all the information is not useful. Now, last question for this video. What is the delivery unit? Delivery unit is a container used by the lifecycle manager to transport repository objects. So I will deal with this question and answers on SAP HANA in my next video. Thank you for listening to my course.